Hello and a very good afternoon to you. Welcome to day 3 of the Qatar Total Energies Open from Doha. Lovely to have your company here on Grandstand 2. And we start this afternoon with the reigning champion, Petra KVITOVA, in action against the number 16 seed and former champion, that is Elise Mertens. I'm Mark Vallady, very much looking forward to taking you through this match and the two that follow between Caroline Garcia and the number 14 seed Coco Gauff. Alison van Uytvanck against Gilles Teichmann is our final singles match here on Grandstand 2 today. But what a start we have here. Reigning champion Petra KVITOVA in really good form of late, up against one of the toughest players to topple on tour, that is Elise Mertens, seeded 16 here. Ranked at 26 in the world currently. And two very contrasting first-round matches for these two. Mertens had a real battle against Jasmine Paolini yesterday. In excess of 2 hours to beat the Italian in 3 sets. KVITOVA just 53 minutes to beat Irina Begu in straight sets. Familiar sight, Kadir Nouni, our umpire, courtside. I see the coin was up to its old tricks again, rolling away behind our umpire. Eventually, it went in KVITOVA's favour, and she has chosen, not surprisingly, to serve. Confirmation then, second round match here on Grandstand 2. Elise Mertens, number 16 seed, up against Petra KVITOVA. And this should be a cracking match. These two similar players, both very strong around the baseline. And two big names as well. Both have won this title, so expect this to be a good match. And in terms of where it stands in the grand scheme of the draw, you can see that Anett Kontaveit, the number 4 seed, lies in wait. In the third round, she beat Anna Kourniuk fairly straightforward yesterday, 6-2. 6-3. So then, Elise Mertens from Belgium, 26 years of age, world ranking of 22, has been as high as 12th, 16th seed here, and 6 titles to her name, the last of those just over a year ago at the Gippsland Trophy. And she also reached 2 quarterfinals last year in Madrid and Luxembourg, 2 semi-finals, Dubai and San Jose. Also a finalist in Istanbul, where she lost to Sorana Castella. This season has been a bit of a slow starter for Mertens. Just a couple of round of 16 showings in Sydney and the Australian Open, but did improve on that in St. Petersburg earlier this month, reaching the quarterfinals. And as I was saying, a really tough first-round match here against Jasmine Paolini. Eventually Mertens coming through 6-2, 2-6, 7-5, but took over 2 hours in the end to beat the Italian. And as I was saying, former champion here back in 2019 when she beat Simona Halep in the final. And Mertens' opponent, Petra KVITOVA, from the Czech Republic. World ranking of 21, has been as high as number 2, and as you can see, 28 titles to her name. And the most recent of those was right here in Doha last year. KVITOVA dropped just the 1 set in the whole tournament. That was against Anett Kontaveit, ironically, who she will meet in the third round if she wins here. But she made very light work of Garbina Muguruza in last year's final, 6-2, 6-1. And Petra needed that win. The previous title was over 2 years before in Sydney back in 2019. And the rest of last season was, well, a bit patchy for Petra. Quarter-final appearances in Stuttgart, Madrid and Cincinnati. A couple of semi-finals in Germany and also Ostrava. But this season has seen some really positive signs for the Czech player. Excellent in her dispatch of Arina Sabalenka in Dubai last week. Very unlucky to lose to the eventual champion Jelena Ostapenko in 3 tight sets. And a very impressive start as well in the first round, as I was alluding to. 53 minutes she needed just to beat Irina Begu yesterday afternoon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the second round match with the 3 directly.
Surprising, they've only met the once before, but Kvitova won that meeting back in 2018 at Cincinnati. A very tight match, 7-5, 5-7, 6-3. And there he is, the familiar sight and sound of umpire here for this first match, Kadir Nouni of France. Now, yesterday was very, very blustery. Not quite as windy today, but still a little gusty. But as ever, warm in this part of the world, 24 degrees into the mid-70s Fahrenheit. A gentle to moderate northwesterly coming in. Hopefully it won't strengthen anymore. So here we go then. Second round match here on Grandstand 2. It is the number 16 seed, Elise Mertens, up against the reigning champion, Petra KVITOVA, for a place in the third round and a meeting with the number 4 seed, Anett Kontaveit. What a match this promises to be. A few weeks ago, maybe Mertens would have been the strong favourite, but Kvitova's form of late is very, very good, and plenty are saying that actually Kvitova is the slight favourite over the seeded player, but we shall see. Depends who settles first, who finds their range. All of those factors. Not a great deal between these two. It should be a fabulous way to start proceedings here on Grandstand 2. Here we go then, Kvitova against Mertens. The reigning champion Kvitova will get us off and underway. Loose start from Kvitova. That's better though, off the backhand.
15-30.
It is a huge part of the Czech players' game. The serve and the forehand in particular. If they can click into gear nice and early, then the signs will be very good for Kvitova. Not so good for Mertens. That's a lovely return though. Second serve sat up nicely on the Mertens backhand. And just swatted this away. That is just so well placed.
30-40.
Took all the power off that shot and just focused purely on finding the target. So Mertens unable to take advantage of the early breakpoint opportunities. But here comes another.
Advantage. Mertens.
Good start then for Mertens. Strikes first, breaks in the very first game, and leads Kvitova by a game to love. Well, it's been a bit of a struggle for Mertens of late. Hasn't won back-to-back matches in 11 of the last 13 tournaments, so a player that models herself on consistency could do with finding that again, and maybe this week Mertens will get a good run going, kickstart her season. Not the best of starts though for the reigning champion, broken at the first time of asking.
Mertens to serve. Low.
Yeah, the radar for Kvitova not quite there at the moment. First double of the match goes the way of Mertens. That'll make Kvitova feel better. A nice second serve. Right into the backhand. But in the end, Mertens comes through, backs up the break. Excellent start then for the 16th seed.
Two,
Races into a 2-love lead. Well, Kvitova has such a proud record here. Won 15 of her last 16 matches. 3 times a finalist, twice champion. Feels very at home in this neck of the woods. But just hasn't clicked into gear yet, Kvitova. Ground strokes are erratic.
Love 30.
Yeah, good serve.
15, 30.
And again,
15, 40.
forehand is just drifting long. Big target. And another chance for Mertens to make the perfect start. And that is more like it
30,
from Kvitova. Still, though, work to do. Mertens' second chance for a 3-love lead.
News.
First ace then of the match.
Kvitova.
And Kvitova has a chance then to come through here, and well, even though she'll be a breakdown, she'll head back to her chair feeling mighty relieved if she can come through this service game. Well, it's been a scratchy start for Kvitova, but that was an important hold of serve. Just keeps her in touch. Mertens does have the break and leads 2-1. So it's advantage Mertens early on in this first set. Leading by a break, 2-1. And although she'll be happy with that, she will feel that the 3-love lead was within her grasp with those 2 break points on the previous Kvitova service game. Time will tell whether those missed opportunities will have any bearing on this set. Well, that was a chance for Mertens. Nice target down the line, albeit over the high part of the net. This time it's the Mertens forehand that strays long. Kvitova with the chance to break back. Oh, awkward up in the sky in the swirling wind. And Kvitova has indeed broken back. It is 2 games all in early on in this opening set. And Kvitova will be mighty relieved. Has not started well. But Mertens hasn't really taken advantage of that. Has allowed Kvitova to get back into this match. Tough conditions though for both players these.
15.
And Kvitova then a couple of chances to edge ahead then for the first time in this match, make it 3 games in a row. And just signs that the ground strokes of the Czech player are beginning to find their range. Kvitova then ahead at 3-2.
Time.
Good start for Mertens, but Kvitova has pegged her back really well. Oh, and the forehand now from Kvitova, definitely warming up. Plenty of fizz on that. Kept low and too hot for Mertens to handle. It is a packed day as well here, this third day of the Qatar Total Energies Open. Some mouth-watering matches across the courts. Jabeur, Sasnovich, Sabalenka, Cornet over on centre. Ostapenko, Anisimova on grandstand 1. Another fabulous day ahead. And this match as well, right up there. 2 champions, one the reigning champion, one the champion from 2019, locking horns here. Even Stevens at the moment on serve. Mertens finds her first ace. Well, Mertens isn't so sure about this. It was a good return from Kvitova again. Right at the feet of the Belgian player. It was an awkward backhand, but did she find the line? Oh, look at that. The very edge of the edge. Well, that really was very, very tight, but good challenge. Second double puts Mertens back under pressure. Yeah, lovely lob for Mertens. It looked good the moment it left her racket. Oof. There's a return. Caught that one true. Now, a chance for Kvitova. 2-love down. Kvitova was double break point down. How quickly things can change. It is 4 games in a row, unless this challenge comes off for Mertens. Kvitova's backhand clipped the line, but has Mertens got lucky again? No, that is long. Kvitova breaks and takes charge then of this opening set. 4-2 she leads.
4 games to 2. Elise Mertens has 2 challenges to remain.
Well, Mertens needs to stop the rot here. Could really do with breaking straight back. And again, the backhand of Mertens on that Kvitova's second serve. Excellent start.
Oh. 15-30.
Nice response though from the reigning champion. Love 30 down, finds two really good first serves. Brutal on that forehand as ever, Kvitova. And that has definitely clicked into gear now, that stroke. Wing caught that one on its way back to Kvitova. And Mertens squandered break points in the third game for a 3-love lead. She could do with this. And Mertens breaks. Well, Kvitova had a good chance to go 5-2 up, but Mertens digs deep, closes the gap. We are on serve. Kvitova leading 4-3. 36 minutes on the clock then, 3-4. Much needed break of serve for Mertens. Lost 4 in a row.
No.
Both players not at their best at the moment. But if one of them can click into gear at the back end of this first set, that could well be enough to take the set, give them a big edge in this match. They've both had chances to seize the initiative in this first set. Mertens, a couple of break points to a 3-love lead. Kvitova on that last service game, a chance for a 5-2 lead. That is an excellent service game from Mertens. Hold to love, nice and quick as well. Pressure then on Kvitova. Just wide. Such an important game. It always is at 4-all. Mertens knows that a break here. Serve for the set. And she couldn't find the drop shot. Trying to mix things up. Kvitova was a fair way back as well, so the shot selection was good, just not the execution.
40-30.
Yes, super return of serve from Mertens there. Really got her on the front foot in that point. Attacking KVITOVA serve. Giving herself a chance here. And now a real chance. Seventh break point this Mertens has had. On the KVITOVA serve, she's taken two. And she makes it three with a brilliant lob. That is wonderful defensive work from Mertens. And she leads 5-4. And very shortly, she'll serve for this first set. A huge break of serve for Elise Mertens. Now, can she serve it out? 5-4. Not the most auspicious of starts. Double fault number 3. Again, great defending from Mertens, but Kvitova had the last laugh on the forehand. Goodness me, wow. Mertens' last service game, she held to love. In danger here of achieving the exact opposite. 3 break points for Kvitova. Oh, wow. Wow, goodness me. Kvitova only had to play 1 winning shot to break back. 3 double faults for Mertens there. Kvitova. Grateful for those gifts. 5 games all. Oh, yes. Just toying with each other throughout that rally then. Kvitova pulls the trigger on the forehand. It's been a bit like a tug of war this first set. Both players desperately trying to drag the momentum and initiative their way, only to see the opponent just drag it back. It's been really to and fro, hasn't it? It's difficult. Mertens had a similar problem, taking the ball out the sky earlier in that first set, and Kvitova just lost sight of that. The sun and the wind. Tricky combo. And again, break points on offer. Well, Mertens couldn't serve it out at 5-4. Can she serve it out at 6-5? We shall find out very shortly.
Time.
Well, when Mertens tried to serve out at 5-4, it was a bit of a shocker. 3 double faults and a gift, really, for Kvitova. I'm sure she won't be making the same mistake again. Better start for Mertens. Getting that first serve in, crucial really, particularly for Mertens, who has struggled on the second serve. 31% the second serve conversion rate, just 5 from 16.
What?
Nice win downstream there, almost knocking Kvitova backwards. Wide on the backhand. And Mertens then, having had 3 break points in the last service game, which tried to serve it out to save. She now has 3 set points to get this first set under her belt. And she does. Another hold to love for Mertens. Well, it was a first set that both players dominated in periods, but Mertens finished a stronger, and Mertens strikes first. 7 games to 5, she takes it. Second set then. Kvitova.
Second set.
A set down then. Will get us underway.
Love.
First serve points won, 44. Second serve points won. Very low for someone of Kvitova's capabilities. Mertens, on the other hand, 71% first serve won. But her second serve is a real struggle, down at 37. So both players are struggling in that department. And the four. That's a good serve, though. And she'll be relieved, Kvitova, to get that game on the board. Broken in the first game of the first set. She has at least put that wrong right at the start of set number 2. As you can see by the stats, the first serve percentages of Kvitova, as I was saying, below the 50% mark in terms of conversion. Just finding it 57% isn't great. Mertens a bit stronger on first serve and a bit weaker on the second serve. So both players know that it's an area of their game that if they can find it more, it could be the difference between winning and losing. Yeah, well played on the front foot there. Kvitova needs to get a run of points going as well. Kvitova played that point and the last point at the back end of her service game really well, but just not stringing enough of those together right now.
15.
Couldn't find the delicate touch there. That is a brilliant serve.
40, 15.
Mertens had a look at that. Decided against challenging. Looked like it fizzed off the line. But a good hold for Mertens, finding that first serve consistently. Oh, well played from Kvitova. Mertens defending resolutely as ever. Kvitova just on her guard there. Nicely played on the forehand. Just had a patch of 2 or 3 games, Kvitova, in the first set where everything clicked. But then it just disappeared again. That's a couple of good forehands.
40, 15.
Oh, that is really smart play from Mertens, giving Kvitova the eye and making her believe that she was going to play a forehand with a bit of depth. In the end, it was a delicate touch from the Belgian. backhand goes wide. Kvitova holds. And we stay on serve early on in this second set. Kvitova leading by 2-1.
Ladies and gentlemen, due to an injury, Miss Kvitova.
Oh, this is a real shame. I was wondering, Kvitova looked very unhappy in stages in this match. Not a usual sort of bright self, and turns out there is an injury. It looked like it was to the left arm. A quick assessment by the physio, and Kvitova was up to shake Mertens' hand quickly, and that's a shame. A shame for the defending champion, a shame for the match. It was a great match on paper, but Kvitova, sadly for her, unable to defend her title here. Mertens through, consequence of the Kvitova injury. And a nice moment there, Mertens just making sure Kvitova is okay, and Mertens it is then who goes through, I beg your pardon, to the third round. Annette Kontaveit, the number 4 seed, will await. But a shame, not the way the defending champion would have wanted her campaign to come to an end, but let's hope it is a short-term problem. And we will see Kvitova back on court very soon indeed. So there you have it, an hour and 13 minutes. Mertens through via the injury of Kvitova, and the stats really, you could see now that that injury was taking its toll on Kvitova. The serve was barely 50% and the second serve under 50%. Mertens stronger on the first serve and just played 1 or 2 points better than Kvitova, and that was the reason she took the first set, and the second set coming to a premature conclusion.